Hey there, have you checked your calendar lately? Because there's a critical deadline approaching that could mean the difference between getting your Social Security payment on time or watching your bank account stay empty for weeks. The Social Security Administration just dropped a bombshell announcement that's sending shockwaves through the community, a complete overhaul of their deposit timeline system. And here's the kicker: if you don't take action by November 17th, you could find yourself struggling to cover your bills this month. I know it sounds dramatic, but trust me, this isn't just another government update you can ignore. We're talking about a change that affects millions of Americans, including retirees, disabled individuals, and families who depend on these benefits to survive. The most shocking part? Many people still have no idea this is happening, and time is running out fast. Before we dive deep into this urgent situation, take a quick second to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Here's the situation in its simplest terms. The Social Security Administration is implementing a new deposit timeline system that requires all benefit recipients to verify and update their payment information before November 17th. If you miss this deadline, your payment won't be processed until the next cycle, which could mean waiting an additional 30 days for your money. Think about that for a moment. Could you handle a month-long delay in your benefits? Let me paint a picture of what's really at stake here. Imagine Sarah, a 68-year-old retiree from Ohio, who relies on her monthly Social Security check to pay for her medications, utilities, and groceries. She didn't hear about this change until it was almost too late. "I would have been devastated if I'd missed that deadline," she told me. "My entire monthly budget depends on that payment arriving on time." Sarah's story isn't unique, it's playing out in millions of households across America right now. You might be wondering why the SSA is making such a dramatic change to their system. Well, it's actually part of a larger modernization effort to prevent fraud and ensure more secure payments. But here's what they didn't prominently advertise: this new system requires every single beneficiary to take action, even if you've been receiving payments without issues for years. The verification process itself isn't complicated, but there's a catch, and this is where many people are getting tripped up. You can't just verify your existing information. The new system requires you to create an updated digital profile, even if you've previously done so. It's like they're starting from scratch, and everyone needs to get on board with this new system. Let's break down exactly what you need to do to avoid missing your payment. First, you'll need to visit the SSA's official website or call their dedicated hotline. Don't worry, I'll share those details in just a moment. But here's something crucial you need to know: the verification process can take up to 48 hours to complete, so waiting until the last minute could be risky. Now you might be thinking, why didn't I hear about this sooner? That's a great question, and it speaks to a bigger issue. The SSA has been rolling out this information gradually to prevent their systems from being overwhelmed. They started sending notices to beneficiaries in waves, but many people either missed the notification or thought it was just routine correspondence. Here's where things get interesting and a bit concerning. Some financial experts are criticizing the SSA's approach to this transition. They argue that the November 17th deadline is too aggressive and doesn't give people enough time to adjust. But here's the reality: whether we agree with the timeline or not, these changes are happening, and we need to deal with them. Let me share something that might surprise you. According to internal SSA data that was recently made public, only about 60% of beneficiaries have completed the new verification process so far. That means millions of Americans are at risk of payment delays if they don't act quickly. Think about that number for a moment, it's staggering. But there's more to this story than just the deadline. This new system is actually part of a broader digital transformation at the SSA. They're moving towards what they call a real-time payment verification system. In theory, this should make future payments more secure and reliable. But right now, it's causing quite a bit of anxiety among beneficiaries. Let's talk about what happens if you miss the deadline. While your benefits won't be lost permanently, the delay could be significant. The SSA has stated that late verifications will be processed in the order they're received, which means you could be looking at weeks of waiting time if you missed the initial deadline. I've been hearing from viewers across the country who are concerned about this change. Many are asking whether this affects supplemental benefits as well. The answer is yes, this applies to all SSA administered benefits, including retirement, disability, SSI, and survivor benefits. No one is exempt from this requirement. Here's something crucial that many people are overlooking. This new system also affects how you'll receive notifications about future changes to your benefits. Once you're verified in the new system, you'll have the option to receive digital alerts about any changes or requirements. This could actually be a positive change in the long run, helping you stay better informed about your benefits. Let me share another real-world example. John, a disabled veteran from Florida, almost missed the deadline because he assumed his VA benefit status would automatically verify him in the new system. It doesn't. Every benefit program requires separate verification, even if they're all being paid to the same person. Now, let's talk about the verification process itself. You'll need several pieces of information handy: your Social Security number, of course, but also a valid government-issued ID, your current banking information, and access to either a phone or email for two-factor authentication. This might seem like overkill, but it's designed to protect your benefits from fraud. Speaking of fraud, here's something important you need to know. The SSA is warning about scammers who are trying to take advantage of this situation. They're calling people, claiming to be from the SSA, and offering to help with the verification process. Don't fall for it. The SSA will never call you unsolicited about this process. Let me take a moment to address some common questions I've been getting. Yes, you need to complete this verification even if you receive your payments by direct deposit. Yes, you need to do this even if you just started receiving benefits this year. And yes, this applies to representative payees as well. They'll need to complete the verification for anyone whose benefits they manage. Here's something interesting that's emerged from this situation. Community organizations across the country are stepping up to help seniors and disabled individuals complete their verifications. Libraries, senior centers, and community centers are offering assistance with the digital aspects of the process. If you're not comfortable with computers, these resources could be invaluable. The timing of this change is particularly challenging because we're heading into the holiday season. Missing a payment during November or December could be especially difficult for families who are planning for the holidays or dealing with increased winter expenses. That's why it's crucial to handle this now, before the deadline. Let's talk about what you can do to protect yourself going forward. Once you've completed the verification, take screenshots or print confirmations of everything. Save any confirmation emails or numbers you receive. This documentation could be crucial if there are any issues with your verification later. I've been monitoring the SSA's website and social media channels closely, and they've been updating their guidance almost daily as new questions and situations arise. This is actually a good sign. It means they're responding to real-world feedback and trying to make the process clearer for everyone. Here's something that might give you peace of mind. The SSA has set up a dedicated helpline specifically for this verification process. The wait times are shorter than their regular service lines, and the representatives are specifically trained on this new system. That's the number you want to call if you run into any issues. As we wrap up this important discussion, let me recap the most crucial points. The deadline is November 7th. Missing it could delay your benefits by weeks. The verification process is mandatory for everyone receiving SSA benefits. And while the process might seem daunting, it's manageable if you approach it step by step. I want to hear from you now. Have you already completed your verification? Did you run into any challenges during the process? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your insights could help other viewers who are still working through this. And if you found this information helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We're committed to keeping you informed about important changes like this that affect your financial security. Remember, staying informed is your best defense against missing important deadlines like this one. Share this video with anyone you know who receives Social Security benefits. They'll thank you for it. Until next time, stay vigilant and take care of your financial future.